luckily I know how druids work, so that shot wasn't actually a malicious thing at all. It was just I know I'd just pop him out of form.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
So how much XP do we get for the crocodile?
You won't get XP till the end of the day.
Is that the end of the day?
You don't know.
Oh, no.
That was in the morning. That was the morning encounter. That was the morning encounter, my friend.
The day
Doing
right
good.
now,
I didn't spend any of my daily stuff.
I haven't spent anything but 2 level 1 spells. I'm looking forward to spamming Frost Ray.
Hey, recover 1 for your spell thing.
My spell thing?
Yeah, you're a wizard.
I thought I'd have to do something special for that.
Just a short rest.
No, yeah, I believe it's short rest.
Okay, back for the meeting.
Okay, you're good.
I can't remember what spell level it is, but I think you can recover a level 1 spell.
Yeah.
Druid spellcast.
It's just a once per day kind of thing.
Yeah, but you might as well do it.
Yeah, I'm only going to get 1 back anyway, so.
Do we still have 1 encounter roll left, don't we?
No, you got 2.
That was our
2
first.
encounter rolls. That was the morning?
Yep.
That was number 1.
Ooh, boy. All right.
Somebody once told me.
The world is gonna roll me.
Yeah, geez.
Let's do this.
Cool. I just have to set up 1 thing and we'll be good to go.
Actually, I think I might
Nothing
get some
dangerous,
water.
don't worry. Nobody look behind the curtain.
Calculating XP.
Oh, I was just calculating it to have it.
Good.
Because I'm just trying to keep my numbers together.
Good.
I want to get some of the math out of the way. Let's make sure that we have that as I correctly want it. Turn this off. I just have to do a few more Brolin things to get Brolin set up properly.
I actually have pictures for all the beasts.
Oh, nice.
Didn't have time to put them in today.
I just want to make sure that we get the right Brolin token. That way he's correct.
Yeah, do I get anything? Can I get some of that salve?
Do you? Yeah, we don't really do a shopping trip for Brolin because we should have done this a lot earlier. I would say you have what you have, friend.
Okay.
You might have to ask from the party. I'll give you 1 thing of the salve. That's fine. That has 20 uses, so I'll give you 1. Just because you probably wouldn't have left the port without it. Very cool. And we might talk more about stuff you might have grabbed at the port, but right now, you got what you got.
I'm sorry, should I have talked to you about that earlier?
I just didn't think about it. There's a lot of factors, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
All right, so we're all back. Are we missing Kyle?
Listen, Kyle.
No. But why?
I'm going to take care of something too.
Okay.
I need a new bow. I don't like this one.
A new what? A new bow? Yeah, this bow ain't working out for you.
Or not.
It only rolls 8s.
Oh my god.
Should have taken the crossbow you left in the trunk.
God, man. How much, so a bow is 1d6 piercing, right? So what's a
Yep.
crossbow?
It's 1d8 if it's the two-handed one, and it's 1d6 if it's the one-handed. Or wait, no. 1d8 for the one-handed, 1d10, I think, for the two-handed crossbow.
Those things were pretty heavy, though, weren't they?
They have what's called a loading feature, which means that you can't, if you're wielding it, you can't use your bonus action for, anything, I think. I think you have to commit your bonus action to loading.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I thought it was.
Now,
you could only take 1 attack.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can just take 1 attack.
oh, 1 attack only because it's loading?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of loading. So
Now
you should still be able.
So, cutting action is my bonus action, and that doesn't include any attacks, right?
Yeah.
Because it's dash, hide, or...
Exactly. We're starting at 10:20, whether or not Kyle's here.
Oh.
So in 1 minute, just because I want to get at least 40 more minutes in, if we can. We'll wait for him to return.
Yeah, loading. You can fire only one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally make.
Okay, so you have to spend a bonus or a reaction in order to, right? To reload.
No.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
so,
what'd you say? Cut out.
so it's a anytime that you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, you can fire only one piece of ammunition from it. So it's essentially you lose the multiple attacks that you'd get later
when we
levels.
get later in the game. Healing light.
Oh, I'm just trying to see if I can make the resource thing work. That was all.
Okay. So we're at 1020.
At least I rolled good decks to get Alexandria out of the way.
Yeah, you did. All right, so it's 10:20. We're going to continue. So yeah, you guys are on the shore. You completed your short rest, regained those precious hit points, and I think Iku's had a little bit of time in the hour short rest, because the short rest is 1 hour, to kind of warm up to you, Brolin, and I think she might get up and sort of go for like a sock to the shoulder.
Oh.
She's Brolin, you bastard. That's for following me. And she says, but I'm glad you're here. You can
Yes.
travel with us, and I'm sure that'll make Musharib happy. Just know that he's getting his.
Don't worry, that's what I thought when he told me to come. But I'm like I said, I'm glad I came when I did. You guys seem like you're in trouble. So where are you guys headed?
So these are my patrons. You make sure that you don't do anything that disturbs them. If you do, it's my fault. So no turning into raptors in the middle of the night or scaring anyone.
Don't worry about that. Well, guys, let's get all the pleasantries out of the way. I'm Brol and I have Fireforge.
Nice to meet you. I am War.
Yeah, I saw you. I remember seeing you in town. You're big. You big turtle.
What's Brolin look like?
Brolin, he's an albino dwarf. He's got brown hair. Like unlike Musharib, Musharib's got white hair, but Brolin's got brown hair, and he's got a bunch of bark all on his upper shoulder, like armor on, wearing leather rags. He's got a shield and a club on the side of his belt.
What's one unique thing about him?
One unique thing: he's covered in scars.
Ooh, he's messed up.
He's messed up. He's a happy guy though.
Yeah, continue with the introduction.
Yeah, Brolin Ironforge. Nice to meet you, War. I think you and I are gonna get along fantastic.
I apologize for being aggressive earlier.
Don't worry about it. It's not often you see a raptor jumping next to you. He looks to Asteria. I'm sorry if I startled you in the boat. It was not the choice to fall in there.
Damn raptors.
Yeah, they're pesky bastards.
Do you go down the line? Continue to introduce yourself?
Yeah. And you are Miss?
Alexandria.
Yeah, Alex.
Call me Alexandria.
Oh, hey,
Nice to
Alexandria.
meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It was an impressive attack. I didn't think you so jumping in the water, blowing everything up, and throwing me out to the side. That was cool. I liked that.
Yes,
And,
it was intended to kill you, but I suppose it's good that it didn't.
Yeah, it hurt pretty bad. Good too. And you, the bookworm.
She kind of raises her eyebrow. Whatever gave you that impression?
The books.
I
Really?
subconsciously look at my books like,
Yeah, you're all bookworms.
Let's just say there's more to me than what pages.
Well, let's hope we'll see soon.
He's got a very good binding. Or she's got a very good binding.
Yeah, I looked at Enku. What are you doing, bringing all these scholars out the?
She'll put an arm over your shoulder, sort of lackadaisy. Guys, you can tell Iku is friends with Brolin. Like, this is one of her friends. Like, she reacted kind of angry at first, But this is one of her friends, and she puts her arm around him and she says, "I've made my hands quite full bringing this group of scholars out into the jungle, but they can fend for themselves. You've seen it. For first person." She pats you on the on the chest, and she says,
Oh.
"You will be quite the asset, brother. He's a druid, Yuxalius. You have lived in these jungles for more than 100 years. Am I wrong?"
Oh, though I'm not that old. I'm a little younger than my brother.
Says, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're not quite as old as that curmudgeon you call a brother."
I don't believe it or not, I don't go to the jungle very often. I use my talents in the arena.
Says, "Yes, you do, don't you?" She says, "I have seen you fight before. It is quite a spectacle." She says, "Maybe one day you'll be able to show us if we return. For now, you are in the jungle with us, and whether you like it or not, and you want to spy for Musharib, know that your life is in our hands as much as you have our
Don't
lives.
worry about my brother. Listen, his intentions are the pure as rain.
She laughs. She's like, "No,
He seems like a very pure individual.
That dwarf is more than anything out for his own interests. So you just watch yourself. These
She
are my
gives you a
patrons, and I'm here to protect them.
Roland gives her a knowing, like,
These are my patrons, and I'm here to protect them. You will cause us no trouble, and I know that you won't. You'll be an asset, if anything. We needed someone else on the road." And she just kind of nods her head. "I'm glad you're here, Roland. Let's get back in this boat. We have room for one more, Roland, unless you can turn into a fish." She
no, I don't.
into the canoe.
A fish. Oh, like one of those weird water snakes. No.
Speaking of water snakes, he kind of looks at Iku.
She just says, "Yes."
Another
that's
gift.
Right. She says, "One of many. We don't need to talk about this here, do we?"
Probably
Oh, you're talking
not.
about your oh, you're wondering about her talents. Well, I won't talk for the lady, but she can handle her own. I'll
She
just say
socks
that.
you right in the shoulder as hard as she can, and she just says, "You will speak not of me even once, Brolin. If you do, my ears will tingle, and I will find you at the back of the boat."
he just laughs. All right. Let's get this. I look to Wars like, all right, hey, big guy. Want to help me get the boat ready?
"I hope you can feed yourself."
Oh, no worries.
We have a boat that was punched by a crocodile tail.
Yeah, it's a
Should
little
we be
messed up.
checking for places we can mend things?
Nothing
Yeah.
is manual fix.
Yeah, both of you give me a D6. Roll 1d6 plus whatever your spell modifier is.
Oh, spell.
Are we rolling boat healing rules?
We are rolling boat healing rules. And I'm
Nice.
Yours
sliding
is
now.
intelligence helping.
Intelligence? Oh. Modifier. 3. Where is it? 1. Yes?
Yep.
1?
I'll
Hang
heal
on.
this, though. Yeah, whatever your intelligence modifier
She's got a
Go to
3
your spell-
mod
go to your spell
under
page.
proficiency.
is. Go to your spell page.
Okay.
What's it say in your spell page at the very top?
None. 0 and 0.
Huh. Oh, we didn't set that up correctly. So it's fine. It's just 1. Just go ahead and roll 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. And I'm assuming that's from the base stats on the left side of the core
Yeah.
page. Okay. That's what I assumed.
Since you only have the one spell, it's not super important that you have it set up on your page, but
Perfect amount of HP to bring it back to full heal.
Nice.
Exact amount. All right. So yeah, you guys continue traveling down the river. And your afternoon goes unhindered.
Thank you.
And we so let me see here. Let me zoom in on this. I want to see what hex you can make it to. So I would say either this hex or this hex down here. Which hex do you guys want? This one or this one?
I guess where are we trying to get to?
Either way, it gets us to this next one
To
with
that
our
one,
third
yeah,
move.
so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, your afternoon goes unhindered. You make your way down the rivers of Chult. Let me get a sucker for that. Jungles of Chult. Give me that river. Rapids.
We probably need to adjust the marching order and
Yeah.
rolls for Brolin.
Yeah. Let's go towards the seeding order. And let's get. Can you drag your token in for me, Dustin?
Yeah.
Onto the boat, and figure out where we want to be on the boat. Now that we have someone new. Nice. Go ahead and place yourself where you. Please. Is everyone happy with this? Does anyone want to move around? This is where you'll be if an encounter happens.
Good.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. So we
Should
got
we change
Merlin.
roles though, since we have some time? To him being the scout, I'm gonna.
So we're still in the same day. We're still committed to the same task. So your role from before still applies, along with navigation, along with
Okay.
reviewing your 18. So it's a task for the entire day. Alexandria is still committed to pushing the water out of the way, getting you guys that extra hex, because she has to be for you to get this last hex. And the night begins to fall. And in this third hex, we will have our nighttime possible encounter. And you know that as night begins to fall, that you will have to make camps fairly soon. You crest the canoe on the side of the river. You could move further in and hide within the jungle if you want. Try to find a new hiding spot, or you can just camp right next to the river. Up to you. All of you.
Well, we don't want to move in the direction you're pointing because that is towards death.
Yeah, we
What
want
do
to
you mean,
be
what's
on the
wrong with
west
that?
side of the river.
Okay, yeah. You would say this side of the river is smart. Yeah, the west side for sure. Absolutely. So yeah, do you guys move in, or where do you keep camp? Next to the river or in the jungle? It's just going to make a difference for terrain. If an encounter.
Do we want in the jungle? Easier to hide since we're not hanging out near the shore.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I want to be at least within the tree line.
All right, you guys are camping within the jungle. I don't know if there's enough time to set up like a full. There's not enough time to set up a full stealth. I'll give you that when like your whole day is deterred and all you have is the time to stay at that campsite. For the most part, as long as someone's keeping watch, you won't be surprised.
Yep.
As long as their passive perception check is good, or their active perception check if they wish to use one. So we are moving into the night. So I have on my traveling routine here an order of watch with Valfine, then War, then Asteria, then Iku. Do we want to mix that up at all?
Fine with me.
Fine with me.
So
Everyone's-
still good here.
Everyone's okay with it. Excellent. Cool. Is everyone using their passive perception checks when they're on watch?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
using my active because my passive is awful.
Please roll if you're rolling a check. Nice.
Slightly better than my passive.
Slightly better. Everybody else is using their passive?
Yeah.
Yes, passive here. Yeah.
Okay. Each shift goes by, the night is unhindered. You're able to sleep your way through the night and wake well into the morning, ready for a new day of travel. Congratulations, guys.
With
You're
some
alive.
XP.
Still alive. With some XP. Everybody gained 300 XP.
300.
Some of you are going to level this day.
So we have I have 600 now.
Yeah, you have 600. I believe the only people who can't level are going to be you and poor Valfine.
Well, it's gonna. What's the number for?
900.
Oh, it is. Okay, so yeah,
I go up to 790. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I believe others in the party are going to make it. If you're going to make it, I
Yeah.
want that level right now.
right now.
I
Alrighty.
want the level, because if something happens,
Okay.
Level
because if a
3.
combat happens before 11, we'll just stop mid-combat and come back.
Oh,
Alright.
I just want to make sure you're all leveled up properly, because I want you to be able to defend the party. I want to be able to crush you with giant crocodiles and not worry about it.
I'm like in my last
The
racial.
thing hit pretty hard. So
Yeah, he gave a lot of XP. He's a big boy.
Oh, this is the real question, though. do I want to have the book or some sort of little celestial thing following me?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you gotta make those decisions now.
Yeah, I got some stuff to do. I'm
That's
using
okay.
D&D to Beyond to I have a copy of War
Yeah.
in D&D Beyond to make this easier.
That's okay, guys. We're opening it up on this new day. If the rest of the session is just us leveling up the characters, I'm okay with that because we will level in game as it happens. Like I want to be able to do that because
Cool.
if we keep going, I don't want to mess you up and be like, I'll level up in the next encounter and get all the abilities for the thing we're fighting.
Yeah.
I want it happening pretty much immediately.
So, really quick question.
Yeah.
I learn 2 spells every time I level up.
Yes.
And I have a cantrips known. Can I not learn cantrips?
Your cantrips known. You cannot. That's a question I don't know. You might be able to. I think 50 gold might be worth learning a new cantrip. Writing it down.
No, I think cantrips are special. You can only learn the regular spells.
That's why I didn't list his cantrips either because they wouldn't have been in his spell book.
Alright, then that changes a lot, actually. Okay.
Oh man. After the events of the last few days, War's probably going to be meditating at night, and then things happen.
And then things happen in the morning. Yeah, you guys can describe kind of like how you level during your downtime at night. I mean, you have this 2-hour watch shift. Like other than just keeping the alert, you can do quite a few things to help yourself level. Or other than just having to literally fight creatures that are just way beyond your ability. Which definitely is another reason to level up.
So, I totally messed up with the cantrips.
Oh, you did? What's up?
Because I figured because cantrips are lesser than first level spells, it wouldn't be an issue if I chose to learn a cantrip rather than a first level.
Yeah.
But I can't do that, so I don't know how to mend anymore, essentially.
Okay, yeah. Correct it now, and just make sure it stays corrected, and you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct it now. If you made a boo-boo on your class, just immediately correct it. That's the best I can do. So yeah, you no longer have mending if that's the one you want to lose.
I only know 3 cantrips. Okay, so I don't know Ray of Frost either.
Okay, yeah, you only know 3 cantrips, so yeah, unfortunately.
However, this means I get more first level spells.
Alexander, I can't learn more than 3 moves.
I do.
I must forget one of these moves.
Must forget one of these moves.
And they're going to me because I like Pact Home for flavor on this character more. So
Nice.
I get 2 cantrips this level.
I love Back to the Tome.
Dustin, something you can do: peek at all of your creatures. Make sure you know what they do, so that you're not asking me. Okay.
I do know what they
Yeah.
do. Though I don't have. I have 2 badgers.
You have 2 badgers. I thought you only took 5 different forms.
I did, but I don't have 2 badger. I have badger and then giant badger.
Okay. Do you? Oh, we're missing one.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I had a small tiny badger for normal things, and then I had the tiger.
That's right. The tiger's not on here. Okay. I'm just going to delete the giant.
Yeah, he turns into a small badger.
I'm gonna add. This might take a second, so if you need the tiger in the moment, let me know. Let me do it after the game. Well, everybody's leveling. This is my chance to do it. I'm gonna try to add this tiger in. I don't know if they're already in, which is my only problem. So let's get this tiger in. He's gonna jump into Chult, and that way I can. There's a tiger in Chult. It's huge. Alright, so there is a tiger already.
That's
here,
the
so
real enemy.
I have to make a copy of this tiger. Creatures and monsters. That's the real enemy, is the tiger. Man, I'm so, Josh, I want you to roll above an 8 so bad.
I would love to actually do something in combat. I agree. So, because low-level rogues are so... I just feel useless until I get to all those extra actions and crap. Like, I get a bonus action now, but it's only, movement-based, so it's kind of...
Really quick, while we're resting,
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Can I cast Identify as a ritual on this black wand?
It costs 100 gold.
That isn't covered by my spellbook.
No, if a spell specifies a number of gold, you have to spend that gold.
Wait,
Only
what?
if it's a number of gold. Everything else is fine, but if a spellbook component specifies a number of gold, you do have to spend that. That is a reward.
Oh.
Yeah,
You have to. So you have to out in the middle of nowhere have to pay to identify.
Yeah, it counts for the components. This is a game mechanic, Josh, not a roleplay mechanic. If we were doing less gameplay in Tomb of Annihilation, I'd scrap it because it doesn't make.
I was gonna say,
but
makes...
for the most part, Josh, the like, I could go as far. Like, if you wanted to keep it real, that 100 gold represents components that you need to cast that spell. Components that aren't covered just by a spell. Like a spell, like a spell.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
So I could go hardcore and be like, you guys have to be in Port Nyanzaru or a place that has these kind of materials to even.
No, I get it. I mean,
I'm just saying, spend the gold.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's just
damn
right.
Do all the ones with gold consume the item? Because I thought some of them don't.
Some of them, if it doesn't say it consumes the item at the end, it doesn't. But I believe, like, you have to read the spell. I don't know all the spells. You have to read Identify. If Identify says it doesn't consume, then it doesn't consume. Because it might be like a diamond that's worth 100 gold or something. I'm not sure what the Identify spell is.
Yeah, I need to. That's what I need to do.
So Kyle would have to post it.
Yeah.
Post what?
The Identify spell, because we were wondering if something gets consumed. Identify. So, yep, a pearl worth at least 100 gold. If you choose one object you associate with an object or other magic inbox, you learn whether spells, if the item is created spells, so which spell created. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, currently affecting it. Now, I believe the spell has to specify that it's been used. Right?
I am not entirely sure. That's why I was asking.
I'm not sure either. You choose an object that you must touch. So you have attunement changes. You learn whether. So if someone, I'll Google it real quick. It's just my computer's so slow. I should
looking as well.
Yeah, just see if Identify consumes the pearl. If it doesn't, I'll say if you have 100 gold pieces, you can use the spell and just use it. Technically, you should be like in Port Nyanzaru buying the pearl.
Oh, I would have had that money, but didn't realize.
Yeah, I know. A lot of little rules will pop up as we go. And Port Nyanzaru it's behind you, but we can always return. I'm in the middle of making this copy of this tiger.
The material is only consumed if the spell specifies that it's consumed.
So it doesn't. So all you need is that pearl. So you would have to be in a place. I feel like you'd have to be in a place where you would need to be able to purchase it or find it. If you have 100 gold that you want to spend and there's like a loot pile, if we get loot and you're like, hey, Ed, if I spend 100 gold, can there just be a fucking pearl in here? I'll be like, yeah, totally. Absolutely. You have the pearl. So that's fine too. So it just has to, you can spend the money when the situation that we're in would provide you being able to have a pearl.
Gotcha. So
maybe you'll go fishing for a pearl when you have 100 gold. There's plenty of water. Possibly oysters. So yeah, I need to make sure this tiger is... So this is Brolin's tiger. Brolin's tiger. We'll remove that. Yes, please. Save it. I just have to get a token for this out. Get a tiger back on here. One more tiger, sorry guys. And I need to make sure this is touching Brolin's tiger. It takes so much to set these guys up, it's okay. Yeah, I think what we'll have to do is at the end of a session, you'll have to remind me what beasts you've seen, and then I can add them out of game so that this doesn't take forever.
Okay. I mean, I saw the giant crocodile, but I don't think.
That is not within your thing. Not yet. But you saw it. You might want to write down beasts that you see for sure. That way you don't forget.
Remember, if y'all used hit dice, you get half of them back from the long rest.
Ooh.
Although we leveled up too. So
yeah, so
do you get...
so you get an extra one.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you spent hit dice last session to heal yourself, right now, yeah, you would get half of them back, half of your total back. So this is Brolin's Tiger. This is correct. I've set it up to be Brolin's Tiger. This is Brolin. Double click, and let's edit. And we will use this token. All right, cool. Brolin is set up.
Coolly, thank
All right, yep, you got your tiger. Very cool. All right, how are we on levels, guys? Anybody need a little more time?
I'm good.
I know that Alexandria, poor Kyle's got to pick a lot of spells. So does Asteria.
I also have to pick a lot of spells.
I'm a barbarian. I only have to do 2 things.
Need to find some good level 2 ritual spells.
Yeah, get them.
I had to pick my path.
Absolutely get them.
And then mark that I got an extra rage a day.
Valfine, I think at some point Iku comes over to you during the probably more the morning. She says, "You're having a lot of trouble with that bow. I've noticed."
I appreciate the fact that you noticed.
She says, "I'm not trying to berate you or anything. I'm just wondering if maybe it's just not for you."
Not for me.
I see you have a rapier at your side. You have not used that yet.
I actually did in our previous encounter. Unfortunately, it was against someone that was unarmed.
She says, "That's right. I'm sorry. That encounter was very, very difficult. I was unable to pay attention to too many things at once. You'll forgive me." She says, "Can I see your bow, if you wouldn't mind?"
Valfine hands it over.
She looks it up and down. She kind of like pulls the string and it twangs in her hand, and she's like, "It seems like a good bow. Decent enough. The stringing is well. You did yourself?"
Yeah.
She says, "Not bad." She says, "I wish I could offer you some kind of advice. I'm not quite an archer myself, but maybe in the future I might be able to help you."
How would you propose you help me?
She says, "Aim at that tree over there."
Valfine kind of cocks her head. Are you kidding?
She says, "But it's far away. Aim at the tree. What's wrong?"
Okay. Valfine takes an arrow out of her pack and knocks and fires.
Okay. As you pull back, and she just stops for 1 second. She says, "Pull it all the way to the back of the bow. Give it as much strength as you possibly can."
Valfine gives her a sideways glance. She's still not quite picking up what she's putting down, but she does knock the arrow as far back as the string will allow.
"Now loose it."
And it goes.
And it goes. You feel a magic tinge in your elbow. You're able to pull the string back just a little bit further than you normally would. Roll the attack with advantage. Just roll that attack roll right now and roll with advantage. Double 1. I guess you're just broken.
Don't even. Don't even.
Don't roll advantage.
It'll be an 8. Both of them.
The
disadvantage was an 8.
Yeah. The regular would have been an 8. It fires right in. You feel as though your accuracy's been honed. You know that magic was cast on you. She says, "Look, see? Better. I may be able to help you in the future."
I just wish that it didn't require magic.
And she was like, "What? No, you did that on your own."
Yeah.
You roll your eyes.
She's kind of not. She appreciates what Iku's trying to do. So she allows.
She clasps her fist in her hand and says, "Damn elves, magic."
Well,
it was an excellent shot. To say, I barely helped.
I appreciate the I appreciate the grace. Unfortunately, the string of the bow isn't as strong as the binding in my books.
And she says, I think you'll do better next time. And she'll just kind of like pat you on the shoulder because she can't really figure out what other advice to give you. Yeah, she'll go over to Brolin and sit down. And she'll be like, so I haven't seen you in a few weeks. What have you been up to?
Well,
still trying to scam the races.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason I'm my brother suggested I come out here. They kind of caught me.
Yes, I understand. Ever since they stopped you from betting on yourself in the arena.
It's not fair. It's a travesty, is what it is. I should be able to bet on myself, guys.
A man that can turn into a full-grown tiger, or dwarf for the matter, is quite the opponent, and being able to, well, essentially hide that from the judges, I mean, it's an issue. When you turn into a tiger, of course, they revoke your bet.
I'm a crowd favorite. I draw in the most money. Okay. But, it's neither here or there. I can't, let's just say I gotta leave Port Nyanzaru for a little bit,
What do you do in Port Nyanzaru?
Like I said, the dinosaur races, I tried to bet on myself.
The brokers are after you. Oh, great. I can't wait till we have some gladiators climb out into the woods to break your legs.
My brother, he'll sort it out. That's another reason I'm out here, though.
Mustarib, you're really going to depend on him?
Okay, let's calm down.
Wait.
She says...
Go ahead.
Yeah, she says, Musharib's let you go to jail before.
Yeah.
Haven't you run the executioner's run once?
They didn't expect a raptor.
They weren't very happy with that. It seems that Omnian law escapes you.
It does. Well, hopefully if I find something valuable out here, I'll be able to hawk it and pay what I owe.
So you did have your own reasons for coming into the jungle.
I did, but like I said, my brother's the one who gave me that push.
She says, well, all right.
He's interested in all of you. He didn't really. He's an asshole. Don't get me wrong. Sitting in that stupid tub all day. That's all he does. Just sit in that tub.
Says still interested in me.
Never mind.
I told him before that he and I are friends, good friends, old friends, and he's an ass most of the time, and I can't trust him as far as I can throw him, which isn't very far. And you're right, he never gets out of those pools. I imagine his legs are made of salt by now.
Well,
and she's got a smile the whole time. She's just enjoying the chance to berate her friend a little bit.
He's like, well, that and more interestingly, your friends. He's interested in him.
Says, yes, I imagine he is. But I know what your brother seeks. You're not going to harm.
I know what my brother seeks. It's what he's always seeks the minute we came into Port Nyanzaru.
She says,
it's stupid. I think it's a hammer.
She says, I don't know what he seeks in that city, but that city is dangerous. I will not go there unless these others wish to. It's best to steer clear of that mountain. There is something that sleeps there, something that needs to stay asleep.
Yeah, it was, what are they called? They're the little fire guys. I can't remember what they're called. They're nasty, though.
Yes, I've heard Mushrib's story.
They're nasty.
The newts are...
I was a little baby by the time we had to go flee to Port Nyanzaru.
Says if they stay to the south by Harakmar, then that's where they stay. I'd rather they be there than out in these jungles.
Now, I look to the party and I say, now I don't want to sound like a salesman, but if by any chance you go to that stupid ass city, my brother will give you his weight in gold. And believe me, he's fat. Big.
He says, what do you think? The dwarven fort of Harakmar is quite far away.
Oh, I'm not suggesting it. I'm just saying if you guys are ever interested in going there.
Says, I don't know if we'll ever get that far south.
If we do get that far south, we could look into it at that point, but I wouldn't go out of our way.
It's don't trouble yourself. It's my brother's obsession. It's with our family. It's a whole shit show. Believe me. I'm his brother.
Roland,
Yeah.
as far south as that is, how did you make it here?
Oh, well, I'm from Port Nyanzaro.
You're from Port Nyanzaro.
Yeah, me and my brother. That city's been destroyed for 50 years. I'm pretty young for a dwarf. To be perfectly honest, I grew up on Port Nyanzaro. Is the only city I've ever been to.
No, forgive me. Some of my texts are rather out of date at this point. I'm slowly finding out.
No. It's a sore subject. Whatever the dwarfs that are left in the port, you know. I don't want to go back to the city, reclaim it, but it's a lost cause. Have you seen those fire things?
I apologize. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine, kid. I don't mind. But yeah, like I said, if you guys ever want to make a lot of money, have my brother practically get on his hands and knees for you.
It's good to know. Good to know that the generosity is there for sure.
Something to note, game-wise, everybody spend a ration. And what were we doing about water?
Oh yeah,
it rains. It rains. So
yeah.
If you put out your rain catchers, they will fill because it's raining. So that should be enough for 2 gallons for everyone.
I can spend a ration for everybody because I have the extras.
And
yeah, that would cut down my weight, so I would be happy for that.
So I see you getting ready for all those. Getting ready for all those rations. Like, whoa! Don't worry. Hey, I got your back. When you're with me, and you're with Enku, everything's gonna be all right. And he like,
or just like, I have all of these snacks.
Please, I want you to have snacks.
What are you?
I'm gonna cast Goodberry.
Is that a first level spell? Or is that a cantrip?
No, it's a first level spell.
First level spell. Is it one that you had prepared?
Yes.
Yep, cool. You cast Goodberry. Excellent.
I say, basically, I just go up to a tree. I think I just need a little dirt. Spit in my hands and cast a magic on the tree, and a whole bunch of berries sprout from a branch.
Can you post Goodberry?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Let me see.
Goodberry is broken.
Yeah, a lot of people homebrew it so that it spends the sprig of mistletoe, but I'm not doing that because that's not how it reads. Cool. Yep. The berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. So it's nourishment. That covers food and water.
No, it's like, all right, here. Eat this, Lore. Eat this berry.
Okay.
So that's a spell slot?
Yeah, that's 1 spell slot.
Okay, so
I can cast 3 spells.
You're spending a spell slot for the day, so mark it.
Slot.
Or it takes a handful of rations, or arms full of rations that he had, and I guess starts putting them back into his pack one by one, and then takes a berry and then he eats it.
This tiny little berry, the flavor is stupendous, and you just feel like completely nourished. Like you've just drank 2 gallons of water and ate a pound of food.
Whoa.
Yeah, everybody literally give everyone a berry. There you go, eat that.
There you go. You want to have them on you. You can save them if you want. That they need to be consumed 24 hours of the casting of the spell, so they can be used again. You have how many berries?
Oh, they also give you a hit point.
So go ahead and mark somewhere, please, that you have 4 berries left today.
All right, I'll write that in my.
God, that's such a good spell.
It is.
Yeah, it's extremely broken. It actually came up in a recent spell thing where a guy was trying to run a survival campaign. He was like, and then they used Goodberry, and then I decided that Goodberry consumes its component, And that saved the whole thing. I'm like, dude, if you want to run like a real survival, you got to remove every spell.
Right.
I think that gives. Just give up.
Because
There was
So
a post.
it gets
in
even
that,
more broken because if a warlock with celestial casts it, it gives you the max HP. Each good berry gives you the maximum
It's
HP.
one. It's only one. Eating a hurt, it gives you 1 hit point.
yeah.
I saw a post in that Facebook group you sent me to, Ed, and some guy was wondering, what was it? What creature is it that comes out of hibernation like once every, is it like 50 years or something like that? And it eats like everything in sight. I forget what it was called, but yeah, it's a Tarisk. So a Tarisk, it must have been not a hypothetical question. I'm sure someone probably pulled it on him in his campaign.
Yeah.
But he was asking if someone fed it the good berry and it is completely nourished, would it just go back to sleep because it's not hungry anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. What does it say? Up to a creature. Yeah,
It says, but it is fully nourished.
It's fully nourished.
Right?
It says a creature. It doesn't say the size. So it's a broken spell.
First level spell defeats Tarask.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting.
Assyrian's good.
I am good now.
Because that's also like 10 get back up from being deads. Like, if you can force feed it to people.
I'm doing alright.
Do you need more time? We're coming on 11. Do you guys want to call it or go to 11:30? What's up?
I can go to 11:30.
If you can't, just let me know.
I can say.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Give me like start at 7:30.
Yeah, give me like 2 minutes while Kyle's doing his thing there.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah,
To
I
do
just want to see
the,
if we can get one more day in. It'll start an encounter or get a day through.
Okay, I picked up some good stuff too.
Nice.
I
Very
have
good.
to read how one of these spells works because it's Xanathar's one, so I don't know it very well, but it was super fitting theme-wise.
Cool.
I think War woke up early today, and when Iku was praying, he just kind of went up and sat next to her and started meditating.
She's just, oh, you scared me. You won't keep coming up behind me.
Please continue.
I need to stop being the last one. She says, no, I was done. I was just speaking to an old friend.
Speaking to an old friend.
Says, how many people pray to Ubtal anymore? He is dead as far as they're concerned. I like to think of him more as someone who has just left, unable to come back yet.
So
I still pray to him.
Pray to
his
Ubtal.
doctrine fits my lifestyle.
What would his doctrine be?
To follow the mazes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Take the path of least resistance. Say yes and not no. Ubtal is a good god. He is a good god.
Sounds much like my life. Maybe I will try.
For you. Says, if enough people believe that he still exists, maybe he will return to the place he created. To his children.
The stories that I had of Ubtal growing up, while different it sounds than yours, I believe what you say.
Says, thank you. Someone should put the fire out. And she turns and moves towards the fire.
Snap at it.
She says, good. You guys have everything, don't you? I have my job's done for me, for the most part.
Word continues to sit in that same spot for a little while.
Yeah, she moves away. She doesn't stay there praying with you, but she'll leave you to finish your prayer, to give you the privacy there. Excellent. No, I love that scene. That's cool. Josh, have you returned to us? No, not yet. Or Kyle, how are you doing on spells and stuff?
Well, I have to learn 5 spells, so I'm trying to.
Oh, are you still a victim yet?
Well, I've picked some. I'm just
okay.
trying to
find some others
and choose ones that I can actually have and rituals and things like that.
I get. You said you've already chosen 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I'll just look at your character sheet. So I don't want to spoil
Oh, 4.
Okay, sir.
Hey, you're back.
What I missed?
There was a conversation between War and Iku about gods.
Okay.
And let me take a look at War. Just want to check out these spells, see what we're working with. Oh, nice. Oh, good spells. I like it. Ooh, I like that one. Nice. Okay, cool.
Oh, I totally forgot about my actual warlock spells, but we can keep going. I'll have them before we get into an encounter.
Yeah, we're
go ahead and you didn't grab your actual warlock spells?
I had a lot of other spells to get.
I know. I need you to lock those in though, Alex, so that I know I trust you completely, but I'm too afraid of you being tempted by a counter showing up and you going, this would be the perfect spell for that. So please pick those. I highly appreciate it. Highly.
We are so far away from Camp Rachel.
I know, there's so much
Yeah,
time.
just I got a little bit to go. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, Braun's gonna probably engage more with the party. It's like, not gonna lie, I'm curious. What do you it's the soul whatever? I don't know what it's called, but I know what it does. But why are you guys risking your necks?
It's not important to you.
Okay then.
Okay, I'm good now. It is only one spell.
Okay. Who are you directing that to, bro?
Yeah, this is the entirety of the party. He's just like, yeah, you're risking your neck. How much you getting paid?
I look up over my book as I'm pouring through the spells that I've been preparing for the day, and I say that it's not important to you.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Jeez. Yeah, I think Iku will shrug and she'll just be like, "Is their quest?" Says, "You will be helping me guide today, yes, Brolin?"
Oh yeah. I don't know the jungle, but I
War, you wouldn't mind, would you? I appreciate everything you've done up to this point, but Brolin is an expert. He's an expert survivor. I know this to be true.
Yeah, that's a tree. That's poisonous.
For the most part.
So his intelligence isn't great. So it's like,
yeah, because you're dim-witted like your brother. Oh, I love it.
He's like that's a stripy dog.
So, you're good to go, Kyle?
Yep.
All right, let's start on the deal. Let's start on the traveling routine. We still have time left. We have 23 minutes. See if we can get through this day quick as can be.
I cast guidance on everyone.
Ooh, on everyone.
It's a cantrip, so.
Can you post guidance real quick? It's concentration, so just one person.
Okay, I will cast guidance on.
You can do it on the navigator or on Valfine, yeah. You basically what guidance is going to give you, it's that extra D4, so you're going to put it on Valfine to keep that eye out, to keep watching. So Alexandria, so let's get let's roll our weather for the day. See if it's still raining, first of all, because it could also be monsoon. Ooh, the mist pours in from the jungle. Vision is limited to 15 feet for large or smaller creatures who have total cover. So it's going to be disadvantage automatically to, so let's see, all sight-based abilities outside of the appropriate range are at disadvantage, can't negate. Navigation checks are also made at disadvantage, can't negate. So it is a disadvantage roll, but you are getting the extra D4.
Aren't I helping?
It's non-negatable. This is a thick mist that is covering the river.
So the checks don't matter.
I mean, the checks they're just at disadvantage is all. They're a disadvantage.
Okay.
Guidance still plays through, but a help action is not going to it's not going to give advantage. But we still want to have people taking these actions, or else you're just not taking the action at all. You're just sitting in a boat.
Right.
So let's assign. We're good with our marching order. Nobody wants to move around the boat. Let me know if somebody does. Assigning roles. Iku is navigating with. Roland, you don't have to help her. I think in the mist, she's like, it's not going to do much. Just let me try to concentrate. And she's going to be rolling pretty much on her own. That's what Iku's doing. What's War doing? War, are you taking any kind of action? Or any kind of thing? So, yeah,
We don't really have much that can't be covered by
You're moving the boat for the most part, right? You're still pushing.
I think
So
War is a little preoccupied with some dreams and stuff.
Ooh. Some stuff that happened last night. Some dreams that you had.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you might be preoccupied. You have a task. You are literally pushing the boat along. What is Asteria doing? So this fog is just pouring in all around.
I was doing guidance. Remember?
Yep, you did guidance. Cool. That is your thing. Let me get the weather of Chult here. Let's do travel cautious. So make our way through the mist. Alexandria, you are committing to keeping speed, correct?
Yes.
Wait.
Brolin, what are you doing?
I don't know. I mean,
you could also make a scouting check, because there's also a chance you could scout better than Dolphin. You're both rolling disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll roll. I'm at disadvantage. I'll roll. Is that a survival?
It's survival. Oh no, it's perception.
Perception.
Should we go at a slower pace?
You could if you want. Yeah, we haven't set a pace yet. I'm just trying to figure out what everyone is doing.
Yeah.
You don't have to. That's fine. You rolled. We'll keep that roll. It was a 13, but don't roll yet. We'll be rolling all at once. Yeah. What is your guys' travel pace? Do you want to go at a slower pace? You'll be at a guaranteed 2 instead of a possible 1 because of Alexandria.
What I'm getting at is if we move faster in the heavy mist where we have disadvantage on all the navigation stuff, we can potentially get lost and go farther in the wrong direction.
Okay. Yeah, you basically while you're on the boat and we roll and you're going at a slow pace, you can either have Alexandria guarantee that second hex, but if your goal is to have less hexes, if your goal is for that 1 hex, I have to roll a d4 and Alexandria would do something else.
Right. I'm putting that out to
what's
the
our
group.
pace? Yeah, what's our pace, guys?
We are following a river, so it's hard for us to get too off track.
You can get lost. Iku would tell you there are many tributaries, and you have just as much likely to get lost in the river as you would anywhere else. It's the same roll mechanically.
I mean,
especially in the mist.
Well, it's up to you guys then.
Disadvantage for everything, right? But we can guarantee a hex with.
And if you go slow pace, you can roll stealth.
We could end up like way over there.
Yeah, you could end up on a tributary that literally goes out and connects over to the river Tariki, and that would be really bad for you guys.
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
So are we all?
Are we all into the short rest, guys? I don't hear anybody saying no.
Wait, what?
No, I'm not.
Rest?
Let's do
What are
it.
you talking about?
What'd you say, Kyle?
I said I'm good for the reduced speed.
Reduced speed by, yeah. So are we? Is Alexandria committing to keeping the boat going faster? That means you guys will move 2 hexes, or do you want to just try to go as slow as possible? Because actually, Alexandria, you can reverse your speed of your water and make sure that the party only goes 1 hex during the mist if you want. That way you stay safe if you get lost.
I don't know. I guess I won't do anything then.
Okay, you won't do anything. Cool. Yeah. What is your action then while on the boat?
Chill.
Chilling, just relaxing. Cool. Go ahead. So then I think I got what everybody's doing. Valfine, I think you were the last one. Are you also going to be keeping an eye out?
Yeah, it'd be scouting still, I would assume.
Cool. Go ahead and toss me that roll.
Disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage, please. So this is going to be a disadvantage. Submit. Her skill bonus. And you have a +4, a D4 to this roll.
Oh, plus D4.
D4, yep.
And then...
And you guys are going at a slow pace, so Iku actually gets a bonus to navigation because you guys are going at a slow pace. Cool. So yeah, nice. Actually, wow, Belfine's doing great on site, keeping it looking good. So we're in. Yep, we're here. Nice. So yeah, the boat. Roll a D4 for me, Brolin. Or actually, nobody else is helping navigate. I'm just gonna roll a D4 myself for Iku. Yeah, you guys do go the extra hex. Even though you're going at a slow pace. Give me a group stealth check too, guys. You can decide to group stealth. That is another benefit of going slow, which is really nice since as you're going down the river to try to avoid any issues here. Okay, yeah, heard.
Apparently mumbling a lot.
Get this group stealth check down. This group stealth check. Jeez. Yeah, it's all dependent on half the party.
Oh, that was a disadvantage. Wait.
Why were you No, don't worry about the 2 rolls. It's always the first roll. It doesn't automatically click the bad roll first. We know that to be true. We've guaranteed that. So if you had a thing on, your first roll is the natural roll.
Brolin sneezed really loud.
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of party members, and this check works completely on half the party members. So as long as half the party members are succeeding, so yeah, if we're looking at the ones that are doing well, 13 is what we're banking on for stealth. Very cool. So yeah, you guys move at a slower pace, but you still go 2 hexes. So let's get that first hex out of the way for the morning. You guys want to go straight down?
Yeah.
Yeah, along the river. Yeah.
I think the mist is just so heavy we don't even know if we're lost. Like, it's kind of difficult. You're completely putting your trust in Iku. Absolutely. You guys want to go down this way?
Yeah.
All right. 2 hexes.
Along the river. Yep. Toward Camp Righteous.
Then that'll be the next hex. I have to roll encounter rolls. Okay. All right. So, excellent. On the, you guys want to move down in this direction here. You go throughout the day. The mist never lets up. It pours on both sides of the river, flowing in from the jungle and just sort of taking the river. And it almost feels like you can hear the water beneath you just sort of moving, but like the difference between the ground of the river and the ground of the land, there's no difference. It's like the whole thing is a massive ocean of mist, and it just covers you. It's just difficult to see. Iku is completely concentrating the best she can. No one can really disturb her. If they talk to her, she'll just find her mumbling to herself as her eyes flash that green, and she's just looking the best way she can through the mist. And then once in a while she'll just war to the left. And she'll just ask you to turn and just like be giving you directions.
Yep.
As to how to steer the boat. Your morning goes unhindered. Your afternoon goes unhindered. You come down into the night. The dark begins to the sun. You can't see it, but the light that's reflecting off of this mist slowly begins to dim more and more. As she says, "I believe it's getting dark. We may make it through this day yet." And she spots out an area and is able to tell you, War, to stop there for the night. She says, rest this side of the river over here. She directs you to make sure that you're not on the undead side of the river. And you stop, and you all sort of feel the canoe kind of rest its way up onto the shore, gently onto the sand. You all jump out over the side, and Iku kind of rushes forward into the fog, like she saw something. She rushes forward in the fog. It doesn't say anything. She just gets out really quickly and walks into the fog, kind of out of sight. What do you guys do?
Iku.
Follow?
Yeah, she goes into the mist.
Whoa,
she
wait.
walks into the mist.
Like if Asteria, if goats, like hold on there, Asteria, don't definitely don't want to get lost in the jungle in a mist. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to lose sight of our guide.
Yeah, she just disappeared into the jungle. She seemed really excited to get out of the boat. And she went into the jungle. War, what are you doing?
I'm in the back of the boat, so I'm probably like pushing stuff. If I see her leaving, yeah, and I've already heard Brolin call out to her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't answer. She just moves into the mist. Balthine, what are you doing? Josh? Oh no, we may have lost Josh. Oh man.
Hello.
Oh, I got here.
That's okay.
Hey guys, no, I'm still here. My phone's blown up. Sorry. What? Iku rushed off into the mist.
She rushed off in the mist. What do you do?
Valfine's kind of trying to. She kind of squints and peers out, trying to see if she can.
Make a
I mean, it's so thick, but she's looking for something she can.
Yeah, something you can see. Alexandria, what are you doing?
I don't know if I want to leave the boat. I think I'm going to stay, make sure the boat's fine.
Alright, let me see that perception check. 19. You see her walk into the mist. She goes beyond that sort of 15-foot wall, and you can just sort of see her her shadow a little bit. The rest of you are kind of like helping to get the boat on shore. You hear Brolin call for her, and Balthine, you step forward a little bit, not too far away from the boat, and look out into the mist. We get this shot sort of looking back at your face, Balthine, as your eyes kind of squint, and then we begin to see the mist around you. Like, we're looking at you, the party's behind you, pulling up this boat. The mist begins to clear a little bit around you. Just it's noticeably clear, and your eyes go from a squint to a wide open, and our camera turns directly around you as we look back over your shoulder in the direction of where Iku's walking. We can see Iku. She's only 30 feet away. She's walking slower now. She stopped rushing. The mist is clearing back, and it's sort of just this shot that pans out, pulls out to all of you as looking over all of your backs as you're looking forward at Iku, standing almost silhouetted in front of a pretty fucking big shrine, a huge stone temple. Like, I would say it's tall. It's a tall stone temple, and has a single wide arc opening, and over on each side of its opening you see these massive statues standing about 20 feet tall of winged apes, and they are looking down at her, and I think that last glint of sun coming from behind you strikes them, and their eyes flash, and then like all of their features kind of flash over, and you just see these beautiful pristine stone statues of these two huge winged monkeys in this huge arch, and you can see all these monkey motifs built around the edge of this temple. The temple itself is it's pretty big, but it looks as though it houses one central chamber, and that's our, I think, 1122. I want to just gauge responses. What do you guys do? It's a good ending shot, but I want to gauge responses.
Oh, nice.
What is this place?
Day's not over yet.
Is this
not over. Yeah, it's getting to be night. You say that, War, audibly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Iku say, a lost temple to Ubtao.
Ubtao what now?
She says, I thought most of them were destroyed. It is one. It is.
We're super interested now.
Yeah, what do you, last actions of the campaign, what are you guys doing? If anything, are you just staring in wonder at this structure, this beautiful, gorgeous structure? You can see it's got damage, still like wear and tear. It's got vines over it for sure. But it's survived here on the side of the river.
Well, it's a
got
temple,
a
so I
water
guess I'll walk
stain.
in.
It's got a water stain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were walking. You're walking in the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Um,
walk. I go, wow,
yeah.
this is pretty impressive. What god did you say this was, Inku? I never heard no Ubalao.
Ooh, Tao, pay attention.
She says, a lost, forgotten god. And as someone goes a step past her, she immediately puts her hand out. And who is it? Who is the person who walked forward first? Was it Asteria?
Yeah, I think so.
She will look at you and dead in the eyes. She says, "You follow the mazes. Follow the mazes." And she'll step up the stairs with you.
We're
And I think that's
right behind.
What's up, Ward? Right behind.
Yeah.
The rest of you as well. Is anybody kind of like staving off, like waiting for their friends to take a step in? Is anyone at the bottom of the stairs?
Valfine's trailing in the back.
Okay. Oh. Alexandria's up there.
No, I'm trailing behind.
You're trailing behind.
At least 15 feet.
Brolin, what about you?
Brolin, he's keeping an eye on the two scholars in the back. He's kind of next to them, walking in line with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As you guys step up and she says, "Follow the mazes," those who are stepping by her side, Warren Asteria, you smell death inside, and that is where we are. You smell a corpse, and that's where we're gonna end the episode.
God.
Oh, death. Great.
Oh, man.